Alex. We've got a good couple days here. Players have really done a good job. I think they're excited to play. You're going to hear from Landon and Josh here in a minute. So it's been a great experience. The people here in Jacksonville have been tremendous. We've had a great time and looking forward to getting this game going.
What's up, everybody?
Also, I was going to introduce my free agent. This is my free agent. We just picked up. Going to play in the game tomorrow. You guys may know him, Josh.
It's good to see y'all again, man. To be honest, it's really good to see y'all. Hope y'all doing well. Hey, Drew, I ain't gonna lie. I think did I see your face in the Texan Stadium as one of the cutout fans?
I think you did, sir.
Okay, I was looking. I was walking around. I was like, oh, I know that face. I know that face. How you doing?
Doing well.
That's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad everybody doing good. Hopefully I get to see. Yeah.
Take some questions for me, Josh.
Huh?
Take some questions for me.
Oh, Lord. I got you. What I need to know. I got you. I got you. No questions? All right, Stoops, is all you.
I'll see you, buddy.
See you later, Coach. Hit me up later.
All right, I will.
Okay.
All right, Alex, we'll get to the real press conference now. So it's been a long season, and I think all of us are excited to play this here last game and try to end it on a good note.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to Gary Smits for the first question.
I was kind of hoping Josh would hang around and have Josh grill Coach Stoops.
Have Josh what?
I was hoping Josh would grill you, Coach.
Oh, he can do that.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, the bowl season kind of comes under some criticism for, you hear that stuff, too many bowls, kids are opting out, and maybe their teams are a little bit diluted, such as what happened to Florida. But as somebody who has led this program to 5 bowls in a row, which had not happened before, overall, what is your impression of the value of the bowl system, and to the experiences you've had with it with your kids? What's been the value of going to these 5 straight bowls for your program?
It'd be a great question if Josh was still there. I'm sure he darted out, but there's a guy, Josh, that number one, I owe a great bit of gratitude, because Josh really set the precedent here at Kentucky. He set the tone when he decided to play in Orlando a couple years ago for his last game, and then went out and only had like 3 sacks and whatever he did. So he increased his value on the last day and really played exceptionally well. But he also set the tone with the rest of the seniors and juniors that were coming out that year, the year after, and this year. And these guys feel the same way. They really they want to be here for each other, for their teammates. And that says a lot about our team and our program. And it says a lot about Josh. But he and I were visiting last night, and we're so proud of him. He's just done a remarkable job. He's talking stories about the Pro Bowl and all those things, but yet he keeps on coming back to his last game and his bowl experience. And that kind of says it all right there. If you have a team, if you have the unity, and I'm not criticizing anybody, people have their reasons. People have to do what they have to do. But for us, it's been a great experience. And when you have a great team bond and you have unity, and you feel an obligation to each other, I don't want to let these young men down. They don't want to let me down or their teammates. And I think it's well worth it. I would never do away with all these bowls. It's a great experience. It's another chance to compete, and why not?
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Gary. We'll go to Josh Moore.
Hey, Mark. Happy New Year. All that fun stuff. How do you just getting jazzed up? I know everybody seemed pretty excited getting going in preparation, for this game. Just seeing a team. I mean, no disrespect to NC State by any means, but just seeing somebody that's not an SEC team. Just what does that add to the equation? Just to get a kind of a fresh look.
Well, it'd be refreshing for the first time this year to not see an SEC team. But they're a well-coached team. They're very good. They're explosive, and they've had a really nice year. And I I know Dave well, so it'll be a fun opportunity to compete against another head coach that I know well and am friends with. So again, I think the biggest thing is just another opportunity for this team to go out and compete and try to end this season the right way.
Thanks, Josh. We'll go to John Hale.
Hey, Mark, obviously I don't expect you to get into specific names or anything, but just as now that you're in Jacksonville, what's kind of the outlook on availability after that last round of testing and everything that you had this week?
We were 100%.
Great.
I was worried the way 2020 went, me get popped on the very last test. I had people all around me all year coming up with it, and I thought that would be just my luck, but fortunately I'm here. Right, Landon?
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, John. We'll go to Larry Vaught.
Yeah, Mark, just wondering, Phil Hoskins, can you tell me kind of how you've seen him grow and change as a player and person? And there's not any change. He'll come back for another year, is there?
He thought about it. We talked about it. But no, Phil's one of those guys that it's been a lot of fun to see his growth. It really has. He's, just come such a long way. And he is one of those guys now where he enjoys coming into my office and sitting there. And now he has a great big smile on his face and he just wants to talk about life and life lessons and just different things. And I love that. Sometimes I'm a little pressed for time and I gotta move him on his way at some point, but I do love our talks and they much different than he was before. And, prior to this season, I remember one specific talk. We're in our office sitting there and my challenge to him was, how are you going to handle bad times? How are you going to handle the lows? Because those seem to always derail him. He could be real high doing some really good things. And then anything that would, get him off the rails, would set him back. And if he wants to be a professional, wants to play at a high level, wants to be a consistent player for us, he had to learn to control some of the lows. And he's been a really steady guy. I think that's an area right there, Larry, that doesn't get talked about as much. But, there's always going to be highs and lows and tough times, and he's handled it really well.
Can he be a pro?
I think so. I do. I definitely think. He's one of those guys. He's long and he's loose, and, he could play fast.
Thank you, Larry. We'll wrap up with K. Spencer 3.
Yeah, Mark, since they've come back from Christmas break, how has the offense looked under Vince this week, kind of preparing for this game?
I'm not just saying this. I thought our last practice before we left was one of not the day of, not our Friday practice, our Wednesday practice. I thought was one of the best practices we had all year. I really do. I felt like we were moving at a high tempo. We were throwing and catching the ball much more precise than we had been. So I hope it carries over.